Oh, yeah. Okay, and it started, but I gotta go get my motherfucking.
You're supposed to press me all week.
Sorry, but I'm depressed. I don't want to be depressed by myself, Jared.
Oh, that's thoughtful. Oh.
Misery loves company.
About Nazis being nice people.
Well, no, about the Easter tweet that the demon sent out today.
Okay.
It was,
I got-
it was pretty rude. Donald. It's very nasty.
Yeah, okay.
It's very nasty.
So everybody signed up, just go sign up. Yeah, I see every damn one of you guys. Yeah, all right.
I'm always just so surprised when people are shocked that it's born to be a piece of shit.
Easy, baby, easy. Beer is good food. Thank you, Corner Lounge. Thank you, Melanie's. Thanks to you, misguided people, for coming out. All right, we'll say it's 420. It's some kind of religious holiday. I forgot something about zombies. I got a poem.
Something about some resurrection.
I don't want to hear about your erection, dude. No. Please excuse me. I'm rude. But anyway, I thought I'd start out with this one because it is okay. It's Tracy's birthday. Yay, Tracy! But it's also this creepy motherfucker's birthday that I wrote a poem about. And this always would get him riled up at the Griffins. But it wasn't hard to get him riled up at the Griffins. Okay, this is called "Hitler Was a Christian." Remember Hitler? He was a Christian, but I don't think he was pro-life. He had a German Jesus and a big-ass army. He wanted everyone to be like him. See, I wrote one for that pastor's birthday. And I also, this is my collection called Dog Food for the Heathen Soul, put out in 2004, 21 years ago. And, so I got another one in here I thought that's very cute. And I already didn't even remember it was in this collection. It's called Beer Count. Drunken state, eviscerate, spin, incinerate, and spin. The dog looks at me like I'm crazy. I might be. Suddenly neither of us could speak. We are confused, we are frantic. We realize we've been drinking beer for hours. We lost count a long time ago. Giggling at the latest fiasco, I don't know, leaden state, don't masticate, just let the room spin, exacerbate, and spin, no matter what the dog says. Thank you. Y'all are nice. Okay, and so I brought some nice poems to commemorate this holiday that people are having. I wrote one today. It is called Zombie. I gotta have hair for this one. And beer.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Health food. Okay. Zombies. Zombies aren't real, but entertainment is. Crazy Romans tricking crazy cavemen into crazy ideas about zombies. Divide and conquer. In excelsis stultus, motherfuckers. Take the bait, exude your hate, and fantasize about zombies. Zombies aren't real, but this cat is. Staring into this stone Sunday service serves seditiously, deliciously over ice like a favorite vice. Stop staring at me, damn cat. Divide and conquer. In excelsis stultus, motherfuckers. Take the bait, exude your hate, and fantasize about zombies. Should I, could I, would I like to burn your church down around you, and would you do the same for me? There are sins that need exacting. There are gods that need extracting. We have too many ways to say hate. Yeah. I found a cartoon of this one once, and I had to do this poem. It's called Rapture. Jesus on a unicorn, riding in to save the faithful, riding in to save the credibility of perverts and pimps, imaginary strapping hippie that'll bite off your little sensibilities if you don't or do. Jesus on his unicorn, handing out forgiveness and whiskey, Rice Krispie treats and malt liquor. It's a rapture, a departure. The hateful, judgmental, greedy, mean will be gathered and taken to heaven. Yeah. Reincarnate wizard of scum perched on bar stool again. Sunday morning liquor service psalms recited silently, almost religiously. Dogs lay on the sidewalk and they fuck in the streets, and they compete to make a convert out of every cat they meet. Amen again, growled prayers from prepubescent. If you were a real deity, you'd fuck us for our sins. 13 times either sick or alive, another, 38 is the limit. Crawly black and reds are rounding up all the kittens for nasty dark tricks in a cellar compartment. Let's see. Okay, let's get that one done. Oh yeah, okay, not that, okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. I sang this with Jeff Greger Band a couple of weeks ago. Woke up old, told, there is none of this necessary when you know it is. You know too well, and you tell anyone and everyone, and they don't understand wherever the fucking language is. You are speaking, sneaking into bleak, black, tendentious seditions, not even worth your goddamn time, not even as drunk as you are. This one, all right, let's see, oh yes, all right, okay. This one was published in this little collection. It's crazy. I should really print this out because it is in my original hand and pencil from 1980 something. There. Oh, there it is. Hippie House, Part 3. I'm on the front porch with Joey and Brian at the Hippie House on a hot summer Fort Sanders day. It's about 1988 at 6 o'clock p.m. It must be Thursday. There aren't any drink specials, and we're all pretty broke anyway, so we merge our assets and get a 12-pack of some really cheap, shitty beer and leave it out on the porch because we're going to drink it fast. It's getting hot anyway. All right. 3 more. Creepy cat. A English, Russ. A wily, wiry, precocious black cat in a sudden discretion of language said, I think they're going to sweep the neighborhood, rounding up the cats and all their sympathizers. Hee hee, I drooled in the black cat's direction, having had all the poison I needed. You're not just a scary, but a paranoid cat with your terrified conspiracy theories. The cat blinked first, slowly and deliberately, making it a performance, like the light was a serious annoyance. And as he looked me rapidly in the eyes, his widened like he was surprised, and he uttered one last word. All right. Two more, and I'll give it up here. Okay. Yes, okay. I think the cat is drunk now. The cat leans in, leers, mocks, insinuates, says, all the oblivion in the world won't save you now. Representative cat chow and ass. I ask out of sheer dumb curiosity, what the fuck do you know about oblivion, cat? Here the cat smirks condescendingly, infuriatingly, ridiculously, and says, I am oblivion, bitch. We both stare sobriety in the face and scare it.
Can you read that again? Jim was talking.
No, you only get one chance at that one. This last one is pretty though. I read this one a couple of weeks ago. Oh, well, actually, I read this one a couple of weeks ago. I was like, wait, did I read poems 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I did. At the end of the event at Fellowship, the local band Mountain Hombre played. They're very good. They're like really jazzy, improvisational rock. They're very good. You should catch them when you can. But anyway, I got up and recited this poem while they were playing. It was pretty cool. It's called Where's Batman? And on the video they posted of me reading it with them, they called it by the last line, which is where the fuck is Batman? Okay. Your glasses this one because you know. Oh, the words are so much bigger. Okay. Comic book villains that could be some dumb, dark comedy if not for the, collateral cost lost to the insatiable greed of fucking Batman villains. Batman villains. Each one weirder, crazier, scarier, stupider than the last. I'm past it. Fuck it. Our age is comic book criminals. Too dumb to be real, too real to be funny anymore. Do we have to do this again? Comic book villains. It could be some dumb, dark comedy if not for the, collateral cost lost to the insatiable greed of fucking Batman villains. Batman villains. When I can choke off my sardonic cackle, my sarcastic schadenfreude stumbles, I'll aspire to kill this goddamn bottle, sip by sip, and ask, where's Batman? Where the fuck is Batman?
Really?
Thank you.
You got busted in lingerie last night.
I believe that, Joe. I believe that. All right, well, guys, all right. This is a big treat for me. I saw you walk up at my lecture out at Hardin Valley. I was like, oh my God, there's Beto coming. How freaking cool. And me and this man have read dozens of times together at, oh my gosh, the Vatican, Maidenhead, Griffin's, all these places, man, and always one of my favorite local poets. Please, Beto coming.
That's a hard act to follow.
No. That would help you, sir.
No, I'll just all right. Yes, years ago, when I first started writing poetry, I did it because I wanted to do poetry readings, and so I did the local scene, the Vatican, other places, and I think one of the first times I got published, Russ actually came up and said, "Hey, can I publish one of your poems in my zine, Neo?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I gave him a couple of poems, and I'm not sure, he had high production values, but I was really impressed, and it was spread around. I can't even remember how much it cost.
It was free.
It was free.
Yeah.
The cost was right, So I thought I would come out and share a few poems with you. Let's see. Yeah, 2019, I self-published my book of poetry called Green Lion. And this book is, it's a book of poems by my father, Robert Cumming, and I thought I would share one of his poems from this collection. I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It'd be easier for me to read. So I'm just going to read a couple of poems. Let's start with my superpowers. I soared up towards the heavens, and the blue upper atmosphere was freezing before I blacked out. Falling back to earth, I felt the big impact of my falling. I arrived just on time for my appointment, traveling in supersonic speed. I sat in the waiting room with the other patients, names to be called, to walk back, to wait again. When I discovered that I could shapeshift into someone else, I liked myself better. I changed back to feeling good in my own skin after witnessing those other perspectives. My telekinesis assisted me by fetching food and drink. I thought that I'd never move from this lazy boy, remotely surfing channels, a little multitasking, until nature called. My mind reading prevented you from sneaking up on me. My weak mind control was only attempting to persuade you to love this poem, a small favor to ask, this simple task. Thank you. This poem is called Robocall. Robocall. She is relentless. The sound of the bell ringing causes me to drool. I hunger so much for her call that I've been expecting. I want to hear her voice tell me she understands me. I'm so needy for more information. She tries to pass the Turing test. I almost think she is human. I do not know about her deep learning, her AI, her voice updates. I'm close to hanging up, although I want her to enter my home. We could talk more about what I don't know, why she assists me, how I could feel her reality becoming more virtual. Okay, I'll just read several more poems, leave them wanting more. This is for my mother. It's called Visitation. For Carmen Montes Cumming. 2 nights after my mother dies, I dream about her. I feel her presence in the back seat of my car. I stop in a parking lot next to Crossroads. I get out of the car and look around at the dark, deserted city, lights baffled by heavy fog. When I open the back door of my car, I see the look of her ghostly face in distress. I try to remember the location of the nearest emergency room, someone to revive her. I search for landmarks. I have no idea where I am, how I can take her home. After waking up, I discover that she haunts this empty space inside of me. Okay, I'm going to read one poem by my dad. He writes a lot of formal poems with rhymes and stuff, but he's really good. And so here's one of my favorites. It's called The Long Distance Runner. The drive to struggle towards a goal, to strain to see beyond the bend, to move ahead, to push, to roll, and think that youth would never end, are natural enough, although still not enough to change, extend, or interrupt the steady flow. At times in sweat, through summer heat, at times to slog, through ice and snow, the pace is neither slack nor fleet. The slap, slap, slap of running shoes consumes the dark and empty street. The race is there to win or lose, a random course without design, without the means to plan or choose the doubtful path or redefine. The many miles I have tread, and there too the finish line, now clearly visible ahead, with so much story left unsaid. Okay, this is my last poem. This is called The Next Poem. The next poem. The next poem I write will be full of balls and testosterone. The next poem I write will flirt with my feminine side. The next poem I write will locate the missing inner child. The next poem I write will discover a husk of an old man. The next poem I write will find tender shoots of spring. The next poem I write will experience freezing winter. The next poem I write will display signs of neat sloppiness. The next poem I write will explore the inner contours of the landscape. The next poem I write will contemplate global consciousness. The next poem I write will thrive on the lack of mental sharpness. The next poem I write will court influences of the big unknown. The next poem I write will search for me lost in the wilderness. The next poem I write will open the door where I find myself. How can I write the next poem unless I finish this one? Thanks.
So good. They no coming, y'all. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. A treat. A treat. Kaiser.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Waiting on my shot.
What? Oh, okay.